Welcome to the Stoic Reflections channel. In today's video, we continue our self-development series that began in the previous episode. If you're new here or missed the last episode, you can find the link in the description below. Remember, these lessons are more than just educational content. They're a comprehensive daily life curriculum. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. If you're enjoying this series, show your support by liking the video and commenting. Keep it up. Today we delve deeper into the world of Stoic philosophy with a practical guide to finding peace amidst life's chaos. Forget solitary meditations atop mountain peaks. We're talking about real daily clarity. We'll explore the powerful concept of controlling what you can and letting go of what you cannot, inspired by the wisdom of ancient philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius. You'll learn actionable steps to apply Stoic principles to your daily routine, reduce stress, and cultivate mental resilience. Whether you're stuck in traffic, dealing with a canceled trip, or facing a major life challenge, these insights will help you stay calm and centered. Lesson 1. The one path to serenity, and it ain't what you think. All right, folks, let's talk about finding some peace in this crazy world. We're not talking about meditation retreats or chanting Om on a mountaintop, although hey, if that's your jam, go for it. We're talking about a practical, everyday kind of serenity that can help you navigate life's ups and downs with a little more grace and a lot less stress. The secret sauce? It's all about control, or the lack thereof. Here's the deal. Life is messy. Things happen that are totally out of our control. Traffic jams, bad weather, that jerk who cut you off in line. And if we're not careful, these external events can hijack our emotions and send us spiraling into a pit of frustration and anxiety. But here's the kicker. The only thing we can truly control is our own minds, our thoughts, our beliefs, our reactions. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. So how do we put this into practice? Know your circle of control. Imagine a circle. Inside that circle are the things you have direct control over: your thoughts, your actions, your choices. Outside the circle are the things you can't control: the weather, other people's opinions, the stock market. Focus your energy on what's inside the circle and let go of what's outside. Accept what you can't change. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means recognizing that some things are simply beyond your influence. Instead of fighting against reality, learn to accept it with grace and equanimity. As the Serenity Prayer goes, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Choose your response. When faced with a difficult situation, you always have a choice in how you respond. You can react with anger, frustration, and resentment, or you can choose to respond with calmness, compassion, and understanding. As Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, famously said, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Real-world examples. Because philosophy is best served with a side of reality, the traffic jam Stoic. Stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic? Instead of cursing and honking, take a deep breath and use the time to listen to a podcast, practice mindfulness, or simply enjoy the forced break from the daily grind. The canceled flight philosopher flight canceled. Instead of throwing a tantrum, take a moment to assess your options. Can you rebook on a later flight? Is there a hotel nearby where you can rest and regroup? Remember, getting upset won't change the situation, but it will make you miserable. The laid-off optimist. Lost your job? Instead of wallowing in self-pity, use this as an opportunity to reassess your career goals, learn new skills, and explore different paths. Remember, setbacks are often the seeds of new beginnings. The bottom line serenity isn't about avoiding life's challenges. It's about facing them with inner strength and resilience. By focusing on what we can control, accepting what we can't, and choosing our responses wisely, we can find peace, even in the midst of chaos. As Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Lesson 2. Circle of Control, your personal Zen zone. All right, folks, let's talk about something that's going to change your life. The circle of control. No, it's not some new age woo-woo stuff. It's a practical tool that can help you stress less, worry less, and focus your energy on what truly matters. Picture this. Imagine a circle. Inside that circle are all the things you have direct control over: your thoughts, your actions, your attitude, your choices. Outside the circle are all the things you can't control: the weather, traffic, other people's opinions, the economy, that annoying song stuck in your head. The Stoic Wisdom. This concept isn't new. The ancient Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius were all about focusing on what's within our control and accepting what's not. They knew that trying to control the uncontrollable is a recipe for frustration and misery. So, how does this help you? Stress reduction. When you focus on what's inside your circle of control, you naturally worry less about what's outside. You stop stressing over things you can't change and start focusing on what you can do to improve your situation. Empowerment. Realizing you have control over your thoughts and actions is incredibly empowering. It means you're not a victim of circumstance, but an active participant in your own life. Better decision-making. When you're clear about what you can and can't control, you make better decisions. You focus your energy on the things that will actually make a difference and let go of the rest. Real-world examples. Because philosophy is best served with a side of reality: the job interview. You can't control whether or not you get the job, but you can control how well you prepare, how you present yourself, and how you follow up. Focus on those things and let go of the outcome. The health diagnosis. You can't control getting sick, but you can control how you respond. You can focus on getting the best possible treatment, maintaining a positive attitude, and making healthy lifestyle choices. The social media storm. You can't control what people say about you online, but you can control how you react. You can choose to ignore the negativity, engage in constructive dialogue, or simply log off and focus on something more positive. Expanding your circle. While you can't directly control everything outside your circle, you can often influence it. For example, you can't control the weather, but you can control whether or not you carry an umbrella. You can't control other people's opinions, but you can control how you express your own. By focusing on what you can control, you often gain more influence over what you can't. The bottom line. The circle of control is a simple yet powerful tool for living a more peaceful and fulfilling life. It's about accepting the reality of what you can't change and focusing your energy on what you can. As the Serenity Prayer says, "Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference." So take a moment to draw your own circle of control. What's inside? What's outside? Where are you spending your energy? By focusing on what you can control, you'll find yourself less stressed, more empowered, and better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. This theoria, which means contemplation or speculation, is about looking beyond the surface of things, seeing the hidden patterns and connections, and finding beauty in the ordinary. As the philosopher Plato put it, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. But what if we could train our eyes to see more beauty, more meaning, more magic in the world around us? So how do we cultivate this artistic and poetic music vision? Slow down. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to rush through life without really paying attention. Take some time each day to slow down, breathe deeply, and simply observe your surroundings. Notice the colors, the textures, the sounds, the smells. Look for patterns. Poets and artists are masters at finding patterns and connections in the world around them. Look for patterns in nature, in architecture, in human behavior. Notice the way light and shadow play on a building, the way a flock of birds moves in unison, the way a smile can light up a room. Embrace metaphor. Metaphor is the language of poetry and art. It's about seeing one thing in terms of another, finding similarities in seemingly disparate things. For example, a sunset might be described as a fiery canvas, a rainstorm as a symphony of nature, or a city skyline as a concrete jungle. Cultivate curiosity. Ask questions. Explore new ideas. Challenge your assumptions. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and try new things. The world is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. Real-world examples, because philosophy is best served with a side of reality. The commuter poet. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through your phone on your commute, look out the window and observe the world around you. Notice the way the sunlight reflects off the buildings, the way the trees sway in the wind, the way people interact with each other. Write a haiku or a short poem about what you see. The urban sketcher. Carry a sketchbook with you and capture the essence of your surroundings in quick sketches. Don't worry about perfection, just focus on capturing the feeling of the music moment. The mindful eater. Instead of wolfing down your food, take a moment to appreciate the colors, textures, and flavors. Notice the way the food smells, the way it feels in your mouth, the way it nourishes your body. The bottom line. Seeing the world like a poet and an artist is about more than just appreciating beauty. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder, curiosity, and creativity that can enrich every aspect of your life. As the poet William Blake said, "To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour." Lesson 8. Wherever you go, there your choice is. Your inner compass in a chaotic world. All right, folks, let's talk about freedom. Not the flag-waving, fireworks exploding kind of freedom. We're talking about the kind of freedom that lives inside your head. The freedom to choose your attitude, your thoughts, and your actions no matter where life takes you. The illusion of external control. We often think that our happiness and well-being depend on external circumstances, our job, our relationships, our bank account, the weather. We believe that if only we could change our circumstances, we'd finally be happy. But here's the thing. External circumstances are constantly changing. They're like the weather, unpredictable and often out of our control. The Stoic power of choice. The ancient Stoics knew this all too well. They taught that true freedom comes from within, from our ability to choose our response to whatever life throws our way. As Epictetus put it, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This doesn't mean we should passively accept whatever happens. It means we should focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and let go of what we can't. So how do we exercise our power of choice in everyday life? Recognize your freedom. No matter where you are or what you're going through, you always have the freedom to choose your attitude. You can choose to be positive, optimistic, and hopeful, or you can choose to be negative, pessimistic, and cynical. Reframe your perspective. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Focus on what you can control. Instead of dwelling on things you can't change, focus on what you can do to improve your situation. Take action, make choices, and move forward. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity and despair. Take some time each day to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Real-world examples. Because philosophy is best served with a side of reality. The traffic jam Stoic. Instead of cursing the traffic, Use the time to listen to an audiobook, practice mindfulness, or simply enjoy the forced break from your busy day. The laid-off optimist. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, use the opportunity to explore new career paths, learn new skills, or start a passion project. The cancer patient. Instead of giving in to despair, focus on the things you can control: your attitude, your treatment plan, your support system. Find joy in the small things and cherish each moment. The bottom line: wherever you go, there your choices are. It's a simple yet profound truth that can transform your life. By recognizing your freedom to choose your response to any situation, you can find peace, joy, and meaning even in the midst of adversity. As Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, famously said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Lesson 9. Reignite your thoughts. Upgrade your mental software. All right, folks, let's talk about the power of thought. No, not the think positive fluff you see on Instagram. We're talking about the raw, unfiltered power of your mind to shape your reality, your experiences, and ultimately your life. The mind as a muscle. Think of your mind like a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets weak and flabby. But if you challenge it, exercise it, and feed it the right nutrients, it can grow stronger, sharper, and more resilient. As the philosopher René Descartes famously said, "I think, therefore I am." But what if we took it a step further and said, "I think, therefore I create"? Our thoughts are not just passive reflections of reality, they're active forces that shape our world. Why reignite your thoughts? Our thoughts can be our greatest allies or our worst enemies. They can lift us up or drag us down, inspire us or discourage us, empower us or imprison us. When our thoughts become stagnant, repetitive, or negative, we get stuck in a rut both mentally and emotionally. Reignite your thoughts to break free from limiting beliefs. We all have beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. Some of these beliefs are empowering while others are limiting. By challenging our assumptions and questioning our beliefs, we can break free from the mental chains that hold us back. Cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. By embracing a growth mindset, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and challenges, and we become more resilient in the face of setbacks. Enhance creativity and innovation. Our thoughts are the building blocks of our creativity. By expanding our thinking, exploring new ideas, and connecting seemingly unrelated concepts, we can spark our imagination and come up with innovative solutions to problems. Real-world examples, because philosophy is best served with a side of reality. The entrepreneur's pivot. When faced with a failing business, an entrepreneur with a growth mindset will see it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and pivot in a new direction. They'll challenge their assumptions, question their strategies, and come up with innovative solutions to turn things around. The artist's breakthrough. An artist who's stuck in a creative rut can reignite their thoughts by experimenting with new mediums, exploring different genres, or collaborating with other artists. By pushing their boundaries and stepping outside their comfort zone, they can spark their creativity and produce groundbreaking work. The student's aha moment. A student struggling with a difficult concept can reignite their thoughts by seeking out different explanations, asking for help from a tutor or teacher, or simply taking a break and coming back to the problem with fresh eyes. By persevering and approaching the problem from different angles, they can eventually achieve a breakthrough. How to reignite your thoughts, your mental workout routine. Challenge your assumptions. Question your beliefs, your biases, and your preconceived notions. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have to support this belief? Are there other perspectives I haven't considered? Seek out new information. Read books, watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, attend lectures, engage in conversations with people who have different views than you. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives, the more your thinking will expand. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, you can become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and you can learn to detach from negative thought patterns. Embrace curiosity. Ask questions. Explore new interests. Try new things. The more curious you are, the more your mind will grow and evolve. The bottom line: your thoughts are not just fleeting mental events, they're powerful forces that shape your reality. By reigniting your thoughts, you can break free from limiting beliefs, cultivate a growth mindset, enhance your creativity, and live a more fulfilling life. As the philosopher Socrates said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." So go out there and learn something new. Your mind will thank you for it. All right, folks, that's a wrap for today's journey into Stoicism and finding inner peace. Remember, life throws all sorts of challenges our way, but by focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we can navigate these ups and downs with grace and resilience. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but facing them with a strong and steady mind. So next time you're in a tough spot, take a deep breath, reflect on your circle of control, and choose your response wisely. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below about how you practice Stoicism in your life. See you in the next video. Stay strong, stay stoic. Analysis. This part of the text delves into philosophical ideas focusing on themes like the perception of beauty, personal freedom, and the power of thought. Here's a breakdown of the key sections: Theoria, contemplation and beauty. The section begins by encouraging a deeper, contemplative way of seeing the world, inspired by the concept of theoria, which involves looking beyond the surface to discover beauty in everyday life. It offers practical advice on how to develop this artistic and poetic vision by slowing down, observing patterns, embracing metaphor, and cultivating curiosity. The examples provided, e.g., the commuter poet, the urban sketcher, illustrate how these practices can be integrated into daily life, encouraging mindfulness and a more profound appreciation of the ordinary. Freedom and Stoicism. This section shifts to discuss internal freedom, focusing on the Stoic philosophy that emphasizes the power of choice and internal control. The illusion of external control is challenged, arguing that true freedom lies in how we respond to circumstances, not in the circumstances themselves. Practical steps to exercise this freedom include recognizing the freedom of attitude, reframing challenges as learning opportunities, focusing on controllable aspects, and practicing gratitude. Reigniting thoughts. The final section highlights the importance of mental resilience and the power of thought in shaping reality. The mind is likened to a muscle that needs regular exercise to stay sharp and strong. This analogy is used to encourage readers to challenge their beliefs, seek new information, and practice mindfulness. Examples of applying these concepts in real life include entrepreneurs, artists, and students, each of whom benefits from rethinking their approach to challenges. Conclusion. The text effectively blends philosophical ideas with practical advice, aiming to inspire readers to live more mindful, resilient, and creative lives. The use of real-world examples helps ground the abstract concepts, making them more accessible and actionable. The final messages on Stoicism and mental strength tie the various themes together, emphasizing the importance of internal control and the continuous growth of the mind.